Okay, here is a little side note on how to make stamps similar to the one that I am using on the plates that I am making. So what I did is I did a bunch of sketches until I found one I kind of liked, and then what I did, and this is just on pretty thin, like scrap note paper that you get free in the mail once in a while. What works out well is if you trace over your pencil drawing with a kind of a liquid gel pen. I find the liquid gel ink works best for transfer just because it's a little bit more liquidy. So then what I did is over top of my pencil drawing of what eventually became this stamp in this case, is I traced over my pencil lines with the pen, and then I would have my chunk of clay, and then you take and you put your inked sketch onto your chunk of clay, and your clay's, again, it's a little bit softer than leather hard right now, but when I carve into it, I'll let it harden up a little bit first. And then you just take and you rub, or it's also called burnishing, you just take and burnish that image onto your clay. I'm not poking into the clay, I'm just forcefully rubbing the image onto the surface. We peel that off, and kablam, there is your transferred piece. It's so much easier than taking this and trying to lay it on top of your clay and take a pencil and try and indent your design onto the surface of the clay. This makes life so much easier because then you can just take whatever type of trimming and carving tools that you have, carve out what you want recessed and leave alone what you want to stick into the clay, because remember, anytime you make a stamp, you're going to get the inverse of that stamp on your piece. So whatever sticks in on your stamp is going to stick out on your final piece that you stick your stamp into. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so when I start adding these stamps, I usually start with the biggest ones, and I just go in this random pattern. I'm not looking at an image or anything like that. I just go. Whatever I feel like, that's what I put down. I noticed as I was doing this with some of the other plates I was practicing on, the larger stamps work better on the base of the plate, and the smaller ones work better up on the sides of the plate because the clay is a little bit thinner, and you do have to push back. You always have to support the opposite side wherever you're pushing your stamp, or you could just blow a hole or a big dent right through the wall of your piece. So I just wanted to show what stamping looks like after the first firing, so now it's bisque. You can kind of see how some of it popped out from the inside. I honestly didn't mind the imprints that look like stars. I have a feeling it's going to glaze up really neat because this is going to end up looking like a Northern Lights type glaze when it's all done. Alrighty, so I hope this little tutorial helps you guys out if you ever want to play with making your own custom made stamps and then seeing what they do in a plate, and then also trying to figure out how to divide a plate into quarters so that you can make it more square. In this case, very Asian inspired for the person that wants these. Again, I hope this helps you out. Thanks for watching.